between the cultural religion, as you
and the real
name it,
religion,
and the real
from God, from
right.
Allah.
Because this is a big problem. Because
many Muslims do not
they don't
separate
distinguish.
these,
Absolutely. It's a big problem.
That's why. And the impression that we have now is that Islam is getting more radical now
More
than
radical.
compared to 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, the conditions in the Muslim world are also more extreme. The poverty is more, the oppression. Also, if you look at what's happened in just our lifetimes, we watched the Chechen people bombed mercilessly by the Russians. Nobody really did anything. We watched Bosnia happen. All those women that got raped. Nobody really did anything. We watched.
But you don't want revenge upon.
I agree with you, but humans are humans, and see, revenge is a very natural instinct in many people. And for
because
me,
that's what frightens me, because I have nothing to do with. I don't want the churches to be bombed, but I can't help it.
And so if somebody comes and blows you up,
I would want to
thinking that you're the enemy, you don't want to be the object of revenge. No. And you shouldn't be, and I don't believe you should be. And what we're trying to do, and part of even what we're trying to do in this program is to help Arab youth understand that you're not the enemy.
I live in Brussels, I live between
you guys.
You're not the enemy. But unfortunately, humans, we have very primitive, we have 3 brains in here. We have what they call the reptilian brain in neurology, right? I have a medical background. We have a reptilian brain, they call it the R stem. And then we have a midbrain, which is shared by like dogs and cats. And then we have a neocortex. Unfortunately, that reptilian brain overrides the what they call the neocortex, the latest part of the brain, which is what humans have that other animals don't have. Once you move into that animalistic behavior, it overrides. Look.
So when morality is situated in the 3rd brain, or
Right.
Yeah.
Morality is in the neocortex. It's in the 3rd brain. And the revenge is in that 1st brain. It's a reptilian instinct.
Yeah, but
an animal, if you hurt an animal, it lashes. Go ahead, sorry.
No, sorry. Yeah. I always try to have my rational brain overpower my instincts, my instinctive feeling. Because, I live in Brussels. I've been robbed as well. And first reaction is, I want this person to be executed. First reaction.
That's honesty.
Gut feeling.
That is a gut feeling. Somebody runs you off the road, you want to smash their car.
I was shocked by my own thoughts. I did not say executed, but I said punished. 10 minutes, and then after 10 minutes you start thinking calmly, and I always try to believe that the rational thoughts should, in the end, overcome.
Story about when he stole his stuff from the river.
Yeah. We have a famous story of a Muslim. His name was Abu Yazid al-Bustami. He was in a hammam, where they go to wash, and all his clothes and his money was in a little box. Somebody came and stole it, and he saw the man steal his things, and he put on his clothes, and he put on the towels, and he ran after him, and the thief saw him, he got afraid, he was running fast, he finally caught him, and he said, "Don't be afraid, I just wanted to say, you can have my things, I don't want you to steal."
As Muslims, you want revenge.
No, I said humans. Islam is not about revenge, it's about justice. And hope
but you said that the situation at this moment is that extreme that you find that
is coming from a desire for revenge. Yes, which I said is a human desire when people aren't thinking anymore.
Yeah, but you just told a story about not taking revenge, so why? It's much more complicated.
No, my point is that your initial desire, some people never get beyond that desire. That was my point. You see, those are the problematic people that don't get beyond that initial desire. What you saw in yourself was part of your humanity, and that part can take over. That's my point.
Do you think that morality comes from religion, or?
I think that, well, it depends on how we define religion, because I believe there is a natural religion which you have. I think that what you have, this sense of justice and this sense of right and this desire not to harm others and also to forgive, I believe that is actually from God. that God made you like that, and that's the highest quality in you. And I believe that the universe that we're in, the way...
Do you believe that, for example, the moral thought that you shouldn't kill another person, is that something that was given into us by God?
I think it's in us by God, and I think not only we have it, but animals have it. Very few animals kill within the species. For instance, animals that have horns will gouge another species, but when they fight amongst themselves, they don't gouge. They lock horns, like rams. They don't actually gouge. Well, why do they do that? Because it's in our nature not to actually harm our own kind.
But don't you think it's more like a rational consequence of the fact that, like, we humans, ages ago, somehow we figured out that the fact that working together as a species would get us farther than, you know, like individuals competing each other.
Right.
So that the idea of killing another person, it's maybe not about something morality.
That's a philosophy. That's called utilitarianism. Jeremy Bentham. Yeah.
Wow.
You're a philosopher.
Everybody's a philosopher. Everybody's a philosopher. يعني النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لا إيمان لمن لا محبة له منهم من يسلمون. أنا ما عندي شيء. It was very nice meeting all of you, and we wish you the best, and keep an open mind. They say minds are like parachutes. If you don't open them, it's deadly. But this is really a journey that we're all taking.
With Sheikh Hamza.
I'm taking them on this journey, and it's partly to try to break down some of the barriers between the West and between the Muslim world.
England,
England,
France.
Yeah, just that people, we don't want people blowing up people and things like that because they don't, you know, there's a lot of young
You get to
people.
know. So you see that you're Western people.
There's a verse in the Quran.
There's
a verse in the Quran. It says, إِنَّا خَلَقْنَاكُم مِّن ذَكَرٍ وَأُنثَىٰ وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ لِتَعَارَفُوا إِنَّ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِندَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ. We have created you from pairs, from mates, female, male, and we royal we, God, the creative force, we have made you into nations and clans that you might know one another, not that you despise one another. It's for lita'arafu. It's that you might come to know each other. And then it says, and the noblest in God's eyes are the most conscientious. You know, the people that more aware. Yeah.
Okay, it's nice. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good luck. Bye.
Good luck.
وانت الناس، انا بس